different. Are you from Earth?
No.
See, exactly.
Totally
She
not.
owns it. She owns it. Yeah. I love it though.
CeeLo tried to change her look and outfit and song style.
Oh, he says he did. She always wears something that's just
She's always
different. She's got her
stylish.
own style. He's claiming credit for it, but Hannah's Hannah.
Who blew you away tonight? Who was the standout?
You know what? There were some performances throughout the night that were just, they blew my mind. I mean, they really did. From the opening to the ending. I mean, everybody came out there, and it's like everybody knew how important this night was, because next week we get down to 6, and before you know it, this thing's going to be over with. And so I feel like every single artist tonight, brought it. And then finally, this guy right here, he's always done well, but I feel like I always kind of get a good feel of what happens on the show by commercial breaks, because that's when, people that go back and forth, they'll either stop and talk to you about what just happened, or they'll just keep walking past you and pretend like it didn't happen, And every performance tonight, people were stopping and going, "Oh my God, that was, unbelievable." But it was for everybody on everybody's team. I just don't care about those people.
Hey, Blake, how did CeeLo enhance your coaching style tonight?
Do what?
How did CeeLo change your coaching style as soon as you're your mentor?
Oh, CeeLo doesn't. You can't. He didn't change my coaching style, because there's no way to emulate what CeeLo does. I mean, CeeLo is just this guy that's he literally is like someone from another world, and the best you can do is just stand back and listen to the guy talk. He's going to say things that don't make sense sometimes. Isn't that right? But he's going to say stuff most of the time that is going to make you stop and think of something in a different way than you probably ever thought of it before, whether he's talking about music or life or whatever it is, What the hell else y'all got to ask me?
Well, you joked last week about Adam being sort of one step away from not even having to come to work anymore.
Please, God, please.
After Josh's performance tonight, how do you think it's going to fare tomorrow?
Well, I love Josh, and I definitely don't want to see him go home. I don't want to see anybody go home, but Josh is a talented guy, and he's the real deal. I mean, you stand up there and watch what he does, and he deserves this opportunity. So for that, I guess I can put up with Adam a little bit longer. So.
Blake, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. You have your 3 contestants here. Which one impressed you the most?
That's a really ridiculous question. Do you
I have to ask.
5 fucking seconds, I'm going to say something like that. Not a chance.
Well, what made each of these contestants stand out to you individually?
Do what now?
What made each of them stand out to you, if you could just name it in a few words?
Well, I can tell you, starting with Corey, and he'll be the first to tell you, because he was talking about it after his performance tonight. But it's like you can't help but feel pressure when you step out on that stage, and even though you may have a plan and you've rehearsed it 150 million times out loud in your head with the band, when you get out there, just something else happens. It's like a different animal. And he told me after he performed, he was like, "Man, I realized 3/4 of the way through that song, I did everything that I wanted to accomplish." And then he realized he still had 25% left. He's like, "Oh, please, God, let me just finish this thing out as good as it's been going." So, what was your question again?
And then describe how the other two really made an impact tonight.
Yeah. Well, Hannah's set the bar so high for herself, as far as we know she's an awesome singer. She wouldn't be standing here, but she's kind of become this other entity of the show, where it's like, what is the song going to be? Is it going to be something that is she going to have a different take on it? Is she going to do something crazy on stage? Her dancing has definitely become a topic of conversation. She learned most of her dancing
From you?
from me.
I thought so.
Yeah. But mostly, I mean, she's just, her range blows my mind, and I never hear her hit a bad note ever. Like, I have the luxury when I'm working with Hannah to go, "Hey, when you do that little inflection there, it might hit kind of weird." I mean, she's so good that you can really tweak on things that you can't with most singers. With me, if a producer talked to me the way I approach her about her singing, I go, man, it just comes out and I don't know what to do about it. But she has that much control over
Take some good
her
direction.
voice, and Megan is just, I mean, she's the power. I mean, just the power, the presence. It fills the room when she starts to sing. It's unbelievable. I mean, you have
You're
ears.
making her blush.
If you have ears, you have to acknowledge just the strength of it. So.
You have 3 heads
All right,
about to
thank you,
explode.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I got here.
All right. Thank you so much, Blake. Appreciate your time.